Well, hello there. I hope I'm ready for this. I get a lot of new things in the mail and I'm going to do a shave here. I already prepped my face with Lievre Blanc shaving oil. And, oh boy, let's see, what first here, what first? Well, I did finally, the other day, receive my Gillette Heritage Razor. It came in this case, and I have it here. It's a 3-piece razor, non-adjustable. And, oh, let's see, in there I have a Personna blade, and those come in a box such as this, Personna Lab Blue, I believe it is. It'll be on its second use. I've used this razor once already. And, oh, let's see, more goodies. My shaving soap is going to be this vintage puck of Palmolive shaving soap. And I have it in, oh, excuse me, I keep leaning out of camera range here, but I have it in this nice shaving mug scuttle right there. It's got, I don't know if you can see that, a Rolls-Royce 1909 vintage on it. And it came with this brush. It's from the Morocco company, or it says Morocco, but it's from Taiwan actually. I think this is vintage 1970s stuff or something. I've already lathered the brush. Let me just get it just a little bit wet, and I'll try to get a lather started on my face here. And I hope you're all doing well out there. This is a boar brush. I think it could use just a little bit more water. And I think the bristles still have just a little bit of boar scent on them, not too much. But this is that old vintage soap that lathers pretty well. It's a little pasty right now. But, yeah, here we go. I might even lather it a little bit more on the puck here. A little bit more water. Sorry, I'm a little bit disorganized, but I've been so excited about getting all this new stuff. It's not all really new, some of it, but it's new to me. Only the razor is new. I don't know when they quit making pucks of Palmolive shaving soap. I saw some other Palmolive shaving soap that was green, like Palmolive is supposed to be, but this is white and it says Palmolive on it, so I trust that it is Palmolive shaving soap. The vendor was saying that this was from the 1940s, possibly. If so, well, the box is green, but I think that the puck went to war like Lucky Strike green when they needed the green dye supposedly for uniforms. But anyway, I'll wet the razor. We'll get started here. Pass number 1. This will be with the grain. I found this to be a mild but efficient razor on the first use. Let's see how it goes this time. No scent to this soap, which is no surprise. After all these years, any scent that it had would have disappeared. So I'm feeling a little disorganized, but so far so good on this. My lather is a little pasty, but I can live with that. It's better than a lather that dissipates. All right. I'm still liking this razor. In fact, I think I like it better on this shave. My second or third time using a product or a piece of gear often I like it better than the first time I use something. Excuse me. About a day's worth of growth and just a little bit of overhang on this razor. A tiny little bit of which to be aware, not too much at all. All right, rinse the razor time. Okay, well, getting the razor kind of wet, although this handle does have good knurling. Yes, this is pretty nice. And this is probably going to be my last shave from Dave's bathroom here. I'm going to have my own bathroom, which won't look that much different than this one, but that's the plan anyway. It'll be here in the same building. All right, well, that's a good pass number one. My face kind of looks red, but it was red anyway, or it looks red in this light. I'm not too worried about it because I feel great. This shave is going really well for me so far. So I'll be right back, and I'm going to pop out, pop back in, freshly lathered for that second pass, which will be across the grain. Yep, using a soap that's possibly over 70 years old, possibly almost 80 years old. This possibly, it might not be that old, but definitely pre-UPC symbol, which would mean pre-1977 is all, but that's a long time ago to some people. Anyway, here I go across the grain. I was very young in 1977, but this stuff may be from the 1940s. The soap, that is. The razor is new, of course. '19 vintage razor. And I'm liking it so far. If anyone's watching this video to see if they might like to purchase this razor, I can tell you again what I said before, that with the right blade, and this is the right blade for me, the Personna Lab Blue, I find it to be a mild yet very efficient razor. So, excuse me while I rinse the razor again. And this case, which I'll show you once again, excuse me, which has the signature of King C. Gillette, I guess it is, that founded the company. This is a nice little case. It's pretty well made, all things considered. I find that it's made as well as some of the older vintage Gillette cases that razors came in, so... All right. No weepers or bleeders or anything so far. And if my face, like I was saying, if my face appears red, part of it is this light, part of it is because my face looks red all the time anyway. Like last night I applied some aftershave and my face got really red, but a couple of minutes later it was normal again, so I don't know, excuse me. Got wet hands here. I always hate going across the grain on my neck. But here I go. I'll switch over to this side now. I'm not going to go too crazy on my neck right now. I'll be right back for that third pass and we'll go against the grain. Okay, it's time for that pass number 3 against the grain here. I'll start on my neck this time. I can just hear some feedback. All right. It's interesting how one can get a very old shaving soap to work. And I'm getting this kind of lather with a cheap boar brush that came with the scuttle that hasn't been broken in yet. I don't believe that's ever been used before. Excuse me. The vendor on eBay said that this was a movie prop, and the vendor was in Chicago. Maybe somebody filmed The Untouchables or something there, and this was in a store or something on the set. I don't know. Who knows? I guess it could still be a movie prop, but I'm going to use the soap. So, actually it was Paul H. I know, I'm not worthy. That guy was the first one I saw use, excuse me, use vintage soaps on his channel. And I was like, wow, those things still work. You can still shave with them. Pretty wild. Okay. I hope that tomorrow, in a few hours actually, about 12 hours or whatever, I can start getting out of Dave's hair here. Move back into my own place. And if you don't know who Dave is, he's the voice of Agent Maxine on the Fun with Agent Maxine channel. Check that out. And I got this razor on Amazon. It's available on Amazon. The first time I looked, they were sold out. But they evidently made some more. Well, that's it for this pass. I'll disappear, lather up, come back, and we'll do pickups. Okay, everybody, it's that crazy time we call pickup time. It's pickup time, everybody. Yay, pickup time. All right, that's where we do the pickups or touch-ups under our neck and under the chin here. On the neck, under the chin. You know what I mean. Okay, I'm going to rinse the razor and then just kind of go over it once again. Okay. Let's see. Just want to get some trouble spots under the ears and along the jawline here. And I do need to be a bit careful with this. The little booklet that comes with the razor says if you have very thick hair, very coarse stubble, or just along the jawline, that you should use short, choppy strokes in those cases. And I can kind of see where they're coming from. And that's about it. I don't want to go too crazy here. Well, maybe just a little crazier over here. There's one spot that never seems to want to go, doesn't want to come BBS for me. Baby bottom smooth. Already I can tell you what I've got here. It's not exactly BBS, but I have to say it's DFS, a darn fine shave, to put it nicely. And no, not the most aggressive razor, rather mild, but it'll do the job, and it's a comfortable shave. Now, let's see, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to rinse the razor, rinse the brush, and rinse my face, and I'll be right back with your friend and mine, Mr. Towel. Here he is. You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. It's our good friend, Mr. Towel. All right. Whew. Ah. There might be some blood on Mr. Towel, not from today, but from yesterday or the other day when I got a couple of weepers or bleeders. Mr. Towel needs to be washed soon, but I've been busy with other things. He's not dirty, he was just born this way. Mr. Towel, everybody. Okay. Enough about anthropomorphic towels. It's time to do a brief recap, and then I'll put the finishing touches on this here shave. Off camera, before I started here, I prepped my face with Lievre Blanc shaving oil, available from a vendor on Etsy who happens to be in Quebec. And that means the white rabbit in French, okay? My razor was this, the three-piece, brand new, the Gillette Heritage Razor, which comes in this fancy case. Very nice. And my blade on its second use was one of these, a Personna blade, Lab Blue, I believe they call them. Okay, my soap was a vintage puck of Palmolive shaving soap, no longer made, at least no longer made in a puck that I know of. And I lathered that up in this scuttle from the Morocco company, I guess it's called. That's what it says on the box. And I guess I should bring the box in here and show you. But anyway, it came with this boar brush, and that's what I used. The Morocco company. I don't know if they're still in business, but it's actually made in Taiwan, but it says Morocco on the box. Okay, let's see. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. I hope not. So I'm going to apply one of these to my face, an Everyman Jack volcanic clay facial wipe. And these also have witch hazel and some other good things in them. So I'll get one of these out of here and close that back up. And I'll wipe my face down with this instead of using regular witch hazel today. I have some Everyman Jack, same brand as this, some of their shaving cream, but it doesn't lather with a brush. It's the kind you put on with your hand. Put it in your hand and apply it that way. Ah, yes. I need to get a haircut too, I can tell. What little hair I got needs trimmed. Okay, that's pretty good right there. And then after you're done with this, you can just toss it. Okay, and I've got, this is relatively new to me. It's kind of like Brute. You're supposed to compare it to that, but it comes from the Family Dollar stores, which are now owned by Dollar Tree, go figure. But it's Daxton aftershave, classic splash aftershave. And this might sting me real bad. You might see me jump and holler like I did yesterday. And it was that, in fact, that got my face all red for a couple of minutes. So here we go. I hate this part. I'll just slap it on. So maybe the sting of slapping it on, well, you know, will make the other sting not as bad. Oh, yeah. That must be the way to do it. Yeah. Oh, all right. Much better than last night, I'll tell you that. Yes, sir. That's real nice right there. And once again, and this company, whatever it is, makes blades too, but it's Daxton. I've got some of their cheap Chinese blades, which I have one that I've used twice, and it's not as bad as I thought it might be. One more thing here, and then we're done. I'm just going to apply some of the Arko. I hope I have the right one. No, this is mine here. One of those is my friend Dave's that I gave to him. The Arko aftershave balm here. Yeah, that's what it says, right? Aftershave balm. Some of the products will say post-shave balm. Some of the Nivea products, aftershave balm, post-shave balm, it's the same thing. Really, really nice. Yes, sir. Just put that all over. Be careful around the eyes, but I close my eyes and put some on the eyelids, and this stuff doesn't have any sting to it anyway, but you still don't want to get it in your eyes, nose, or mouth, I'm sure. And that's it. That is a pretty nice shave. Yeah, my face is still red. Maybe, I don't know what that's from. Maybe it's because we actually had a little bit of sunshine today. Anything's possible, but I feel great. My face feels nice. Again, not a BBS shave, but probably DFS. And that's it. I'll see you hopefully next week in another bathroom. And peace.